Hello, it's me, DigiDoubleT, here with a stream that's supposed to be earlier because the thing I wanted to do to make up the thing I missed yesterday was well, updating. So instead of me tonight, well, right now playing Redfall, we'll do that later tonight after I go on my fun little adventure. But for now, we're gonna continue with Dream Daddy because it's still that month. Might as well date dads, and we're gonna continue going through the list slowly. I guess we can date you. Might as well. So let's go. Uh, Dad tip number 36. Trust no one. Really, don't trust anybody. Everybody's sus. It's been a long day of clipping coupons. Looks like there's a sale on box brownie mix. That reminds me. Wonder what Joseph's up to. I should see if he wants to hang out. Or if he wants to go to the store with me and use these coupons looks like he's online. Hey Joseph, wanna hang? Takes a moment for Joseph to respond. DigiDoubleT, I hope you've financially... I can't read right now, and I can't speak. Hope you've finally recovered from your brownie-induced coma, and I know I promised you a fun hang, but tonight I'm actually chaperoning a youth group mixer. Amanda's invited, of course. If you're not doing anything, you should come. Oh, that sounds nice. And be a chaperone with me because I need the help. Less nice. I think for a moment. I'm a little bummed out, of course. I suppose I just wanted some me and Joseph time. Maybe to get to know him a little better. Ah, what the heck. My friend needs my help. I type back. Buddy, if you need me, you got me. Just tell me where I need to be, tonight. And Joseph lets me know the details. It starts pretty soon. I should get ready. I knock on Amanda's door and peek in. Hey, Amanda. I'm about to head out. Where are you off to? Are you gonna go extreme couponing? I'm actually gonna go chaperone this youth mixer dance thing that's happening in Joseph's church. He says you're invited, but if you don't want to, come. I guess I'll cover for you. You know what? I'm down. Maybe I can make some new friends. That's a good attitude. But I'll have you know that I'm mostly doing this for the potential of free food. Thank you, Amanda. You get 4 daughter points today. Can I trade them in for a daughter lava lamp? Sorry, you only have enough for a daughter spider ring? Or some of those daughter plastic jumpy frogs? I like those things. They try their hardest. It's inspirational. We arrive at the church to find that nobody's there. There are decorations and balloons and banners and everything, but no youths. I've been to a couple dances in my life, and not that I want to paint myself as some sort of dance expert, but generally, dances require people. Dad, and those people need to be dancing. All of a sudden, Joseph jogs up to us. He looks frazzled. You're here. I need your help. Joseph gestures to the hand-painted banner hanging above the church doors. It reads, Jesus is coming. Oh. I've been reading too much. I didn't. Oh. Okay. Yikes. Well, that's certainly a thing. God made all things, Amanda, except for the banner. Ernest made that. I genuinely can't tell if he meant that maliciously, or if he just can't spell good. No, what God always does, forgiveness. He forgives teenagers and he ever breaks their box molds. Are you going to break Ernest's box mod? No, Amanda, that would be a sin. I think it's the one right after sloth. Normal T, I need your help getting this down before anyone sees it. I can swing that. Amanda, can you help? Physical labor, huh? Amanda begins rapidly scanning the mostly empty room looking for an escape route of her own. I have to go set up the food. The food's already set up. I'm gonna do a final inspection pass on the food to make sure it's up to code. I'm gonna eat your food. Amanda's able to bolt away before myself or Joseph can get another word in. She can really book it when she wants to. Her father was a giant pair of legs. I'm just imagining me and then just dating legs. Legs for days. I needed some giant arms once, but it turned out they were all right. Were they both right hands? Right arms? You must have been devastated. It was an Armageddon. No, it's... I get it. I'll workshop it, and there's a gem in there somewhere. I'm really glad you're here, DJ T. Are you enjoying my company, or did you just lure me out here for my strong arms and height advantage? Little bit of both. It's always something with you, Joseph. Something handsome and pious. You're not that pious. Debatable. You just alluded to breaking a child's vape pen. I would have lost that debate. You ready to do this? Let's make some magic happen. Magic isn't real, T. God said that. God was also a bush one time. True. Joseph and I grab a stepladder and walk over to Ernest's banner. That turd Ernest had one final trick up his sleeve. Looks like this nightmare is stapled and taped 6 ways from Sunday. Any ideas? What happened to your strong arms and height advantage? Ah, right. I forgot about those. But I realized that my oversized dad fingers are far too large to get leverage on the tiny staples. You got a hammer I can use to pry these off? Double T, this is a church. We get a little nervous around hammers and nails. I'm kidding. We just don't have a hammer. But we have to hurry. The Zeus will be here at any moment, and I'll never hear the end of it if we don't fix this. Wait, I have an idea. I run to grab the marker that Ernest used to draw this thing and jump back on the ladder. We can't get it down, but we can send a different message. I only got one shot here. Let's do this right. I want to say Jesus is Cuban. I really do. I managed to completely cover the G with the marker. No one will be the wiser. See? Like, Jesus is Cuban, the spice. Because, you know, he's all things. You got a thing of spice in your spice rack? This is a loose cannon interpretation of my religious doctrine. Well, at least he's not coming. Why didn't you just turn the U into an O? Great idea. I changed the U into an O. Jesus is come. Folksy. Let's just hope the youths don't notice. Joseph checks his watch. The DJ should be here by now. I'm already here. Just then the doors swing open and a man struts in with his DJing equipment. Wait, you're not the usual guy. What happened to Evan? Evan knew exactly when to play the Cupid Shuffle. Hey, I'm not Evan. Evan sold all of his DJ equipment to backpack through Europe, so I'm filling in for him. I do envy him, though. What I would give to drop everything and start over. Are you alright? Alright? I'm better than alright. I'm DJ Spin Master Quinn! He sighs heavily. I usually do trivia nights, but I moonlight on the ones and twos to give myself a sense of purpose in life. Is he okay? Well, you'll have to do. You have a playlist of fun songs that you will like that won't inspire impure thoughts or tempt them to the dark side, right? The DJ thinks for a moment. Believe me, buddy. I got what you need. Are you sure? Okay. I'll help you get set up. The DJ leaves. Let's keep an eye on this one. He sounded like he was just gonna play Creep by Radiohead on repeat. After some time, kids from the community start filling into the dance hall. Some of them seem to notice our sign hack, but they don't seem to care. Most of the kids group off into tiny clusters, standing in circles and casting sideways glances at the other groups of teens. Man, I do not miss being a teenager at social functions. Hey, hey, party people! Everyone in the room turns their attention to the DJ. DJ Spin Master Quinn, coming at you with the sound that people want. We're off to a good start. This next tune goes out to all the ladies in the audience. Ladies, let me hear you say, yeah. I hate this voice already, but alright. A few half-hearted yes echo through the crowd. Alright. He sighs again. Man, it's been a heavy couple days. This next one's actually just for my wife, Sandra. I hope we can work things out, my little honeysuckle vine. The DJ begins playing Creep by Radiohead. Amanda sidles up to me, pizza in one hand and punch in the other. Creep, huh? Bold choice for a youth group. Let's see where he goes with this. After the song finishes, he plays Creep again. Is the DJ crying? If you watch the kids really closely, you can catch them cringe every time Tom York swears. There they go. Maybe we should do something about this. Just runs up to us. He's killing the vibe. They're listening to swears. Sad swears. We have to do something. You guys should try to give a pep talk. Maybe work him up to Everybody Hurts by Rem. Or at the very least, No Rain by Blind Melon. You want to help us cheer him up? Actually, I just saw my friend, Federico. He's from Latin. I didn't know you were taking a Latin class. I'm not. So he's from the country Latin. Yes, it exists. Don't Google it. You can go, Amanda. It's fine. And she's gone. Joseph and I make our way to the DJ booth where Spin Master Quinn is having a quiet cry. Hey, bud. Hey, my sweet dudes. How's the party jamming? It's not. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm just taking a moment to find my groove. Gotta play the sad tunes to properly appreciate the bangers, right? I know Joseph's gonna hate that. I'm just gonna do this. I'm sorry. Listen, bud, if we don't get some clean top 40s pop in here, the room's going to dissolve into a state of anarchic despair. We need the goods. We need those tasty jams. I can play Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt. Does that count? Now listen to me, and listen to me good. You're gonna sit here and play the cha-cha slide, wobble and Gangnam Style, all over and over again until these kids' ears bleed. Hey, buddy. If it's problems you're having with, just leans in close to me. What was his wife's name again? Sandra. I almost said if you're having problems with Sandra, I can help you too. I do counseling. It's my job here, and I'm very good at it. Oh, I don't know. I can tell that you're hurting. Nobody voluntarily listens that much Radiohead on repeat unless they're really going through some tough times. Trust me, I know. Joseph places a hand on Spin Master's shoulder, who immediately collapses into Joseph's embrace, crying quietly. There, bud. It's gonna be okay. Thank you. I'll put on some dance hall anthems. You're the best, Spin Master Quinn. With yet another crisis averted, Joseph and I return to the dance floor where Amanda's waiting with an ice cream cone. They have ice cream here. Good work, Amanda. How's it looking out there? Well, for the dance, there's not a whole lot of dancing. Looks like people are starting to bail, though. This is a disaster. Don't be so hard on yourself. This is ice cream, top notch. I'm sorry for dragging you into this, Digital Multi. You and Amanda should just go home. I'm not gonna make you stay here for the train wreck. It's not a disaster. We can still fix this. I suddenly realized what we have to do. Amanda, get out of here. I don't think you're gonna want to be here for this, or be seen with me after this. Oh god, you're not going to. I threw my car keys to Amanda. I'll get a ride back with Joseph. Just remember me as I am right now, not as what I'm about to become. Amanda nods. Nice knowing you, Pops. She runs out the door. Joseph, I'm gonna turn it up on the dance floor. With luck, we can get these youths into it as well. Are you in or out? Joseph stares at me. He knows what has to be done as much as I do. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. Joseph and I walk out onto the dance floor. In the middle of the room, the youths all stare at us, unsure what we're doing. Time to get our groove on. Let's start them off easy and work our way up to the more technical stuff. I want to roll the dice, but I feel like gambling is like, it's a sin. We're rolling the dice. I pull out the plastic handshake and the dice throws the music. I'm a little offbeat, which is to be expected of any dad, but I think this is a nice baseline to work from. Joseph follows along, bopping his head to the beat. Simple but smart, that's good. I look around, well, it looks like we've got everyone's attention. Alright, Digital Multi, let's turn up the heat. Kinda wanna do the shopping cart? Why not? I push my shopping cart down the aisle, picking groceries as I go. Joseph follows my lead and starts making his way down the frozen food section. He checks expiration dates as he goes. I look around at the youths. They seem to be into it. Nice work, but we better pick it up or they'll lose interest quick. I don't know what the Cabbage Patch is, but I want to do it. You never can go wrong with a Cabbage Patch. Joseph follows my lead. We both take our arms and move them around in a circle, as I assume you would do in a Cabbage Patch. I look around to the youths. I think they like agriculture. They're not looking too lively yet, but we can still turn it around. We're not gonna attempt twerking. That's I can feel the cringe of the dad. Oh, no. You know what? Let's pull some Michael Jackson. I start sliding my feet backwards. I can't tell if this looks good or not, but I think these kids have seen enough people doing moonwalks that they understand the general concept. Joseph makes a moonwalk attempt as well. Surprisingly, dude pulls it off flawlessly. I look around to the youths. They're cheering. Alright, time for the big finish. Death drop. We're not doing this together. I've seen enough internet videos of this move where I really think I could nail it. On the beat drop, I kick my leg up and dramatically fall to the floor, my back landing on the ground with a shablam. All of the kids immediately start screaming. They know what's up. But at what cost? I will feel this for weeks to come. My chiropractor's gonna be pissed. What was that? The future of dance. The kids swarm to the dance floor. They're all laughing and dancing to the music. Looks like our job here is done. Somewhat obligingly, the kids take the dance floor and start to move around. Before long, they're starting to laugh and enjoy themselves. It was dicey, but we've done our jobs. Come on, the rest of the chaperones will take it from here. What? I have something to show you. Joseph leads me out of the main room and down various darkened corridors of the church. I can barely see anything and find myself tripping over my own feet. Joseph, I think I've lost you. His hands finds mine in the darkness. I'm right here. I'm glad he can't see me blush. We keep walking. DJ, he's a married man. Why are you blushing? Where are we? This church is huge. We're almost there. I actually have to admit that I was a little dishonest with you. I didn't just invite you out here to help me chaperone. What happened to lying being one of the 10 things you're not supposed to do? I think there's an exception for when you're trying to surprise a friend. Joseph closes the door behind us. I guess we're in a random room in the depths of the church now. What could he have possibly have planned? So, the last time we were talked about escaping to an island where we could live out an easy tropical lifestyle, where our only worry is trying to find a lost shaker of salt. Since we can't actually do that, I figured I could bring a little bit of the tropics to Maple Bay. It's not quite Margaritaville, but something like it. Joseph throws on the lights. Welcome to the Margarita Zone. I look around as my eyes adjust to the light. It's his office, but there are twinkle lights strung across the walls, little garlands of fake flowers, and two beach chairs set up in front of the desk. There's a blender and two glasses sitting on the table. Ukulele music plays softly in the background. Joseph, this is amazing. There's no Pop Toms to step on here, buddy. You did this for me? Joseph takes a seat and gestures for me to do the same. I did this for us. I think we both earned it. I settle in while Joseph pours out us both margaritas. You really went all out. Well, you have a flair for the dramatic, and you can't lead the community if you don't know how to make a good margarita. Take a sip of mine. This is a killer margarita. I would follow this man. Do you think the dance is gonna go okay without our sick dance moves? No, not here. You're missing the point of Margarita Zone. Margarita Zone is a place of rest and relaxation. It's a place where you can kick your feet up and forget about your worries for a while. You know what? I would, but no. Oh. Oh well. I think that's Cheeseburger in Paradise. Oh right. I'm just now realizing that I only know two Jimmy Buffett songs. I'm gonna have to revoke your dad card for that one. Joseph gestures to the makeshift island bar he's made. You know, it's funny. This reminds me so much of when I was younger. I've been meaning to ask, what did you do before you started preaching? It's uninteresting. I left home young and got into a lot of trouble. What kind of trouble? Trouble meant I got to go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted. Hitchhiked around the country, went on adventures, met all kinds of people, did some stuff I'm not too proud of. When I was young and in love, and I didn't have to answer to anybody. Now I host fundraiser car washes and take the kids to soccer practice on the weekends. Sorry, I don't mean to get heavy here. It's okay. It seems like you spend a lot of time taking care of others, but not enough time taking care of yourself. If you need to talk about it, I'm here for you. Joseph stares deeply into the blender filled with ice and margarita mix. It's just, I think about Margaritaville a lot. Or I guess the concept of it. A place where I could strum on my sixth string while I wait for the shrimp to boil, drink margaritas all the time, forget my worries. It's an easy life. I had Margaritaville once, but I think the closest I'm ever gonna get back to it is Margarita Zone, a short and occasional reprieve from my daily life. Is that such a bad thing? This is pretty nice. It doesn't last forever, that's the rub. When you're in Margarita Zone, it's not like your problems have really gone away, you're just choosing to ignore them. Maybe you're looking at it wrong. The wrong way. Maybe Margarita Zone is actually better than Margaritaville because Margaritaville is itself is an impossible ideal. Remember what Spin Master Quinn said? Sometimes you have to play the sad tunes to appreciate the bangers. If stepping on a pop top is your biggest concern, how could you possibly appreciate the boiling shrimp? And Margarita Zone isn't landlocked to this office. I think it's about finding little pieces of Margarita Zone throughout your day and taking joy in those moments. That's awfully optimistic of you. It doesn't have to be anything big. For me, I think it's being able to quietly do word jumbles and drink some strong coffee in the morning, to see my daughter smile, or I smile at Joseph, to spend some quality time with a good friend. Yeah. Yeah. I can feel myself leaning closer to Joseph. Is it just me, or is he leaning in closer too? Joseph tenses up. He downs the rest of his margarita and hops out of his chair. It's getting late. We should get back. Whoops. When it's getting late, we should head back. Sure. Joseph and I make sure the dance wraps up without incident before he takes me back to the cul-de-sac. I hop out of Joseph's car before he pulls into his own driveway. Thanks again for the help. Thanks again for Margarita Zone. Maybe we'll go back there one day. If we do, it'll be my own damn fault. Joseph chuckles and drives away. I walk into my living room to find Amanda curled up under a blanket and groaning on the couch. Hey Panda, you feeling okay? Dad, I have a tummy ache. Eat too much youth food group food? I drank too deeply from the well of life and now I pay the price. And by well of life, I mean that big lukewarm punch bowl of seltzer juice and sherbet. Amanda slides to the floor with an elongated groan. Need anything, kiddo? A time machine that goes back approximately 2 hours in the past so that I can warn myself of the folly of excess. I'll pour you a glass of water. Love you, Pops. How'd the dance go? Oh, I crushed it. Got the kids on the dance floor at the expense of my dignity. A fair trade. Also, everything hurts. I'll see you in the morning, kiddo. Night, Dad. Dad tip number 78. Try not to make assumptions about people. Baby Boomer, History Channel, Relatability, Youth, Mixer, Salt Shakers. Cool. I don't understand my points, but cool. It's rude to ask people about their hand tattoos. It's been a long day, and yet I'm not quite ready to sleep. Usually when I feel this way, I mainline investigative TV until I pass out. But tonight, I feel like it would just make me antsy. I decided to take a relaxing stroll. After a bit of wandering, I found myself passing by Jim and Kim's. Being of legal drinking age and sound judgment, I decided to stop in. Typically, I try to limit my consumption of alcohol to set a positive example for Amanda, but I also feel a responsibility to play a role as a social agent in our community. And a watering hole such as Jim and Kim's is the perfect place to do it. Also, I desperately need a beer. Jim and Kim's is lively tonight. The patrons are milling around about, and even Neil seems to be having a good time. Coming here was a good idea. As I reach to collect my beer, I see Mary at the end of the bar. She's not semi-ironically throwing herself all over anyone. In fact, she's alone. She looks so sad. I think a guilt shoots through me. Does she know? Is this because of me? Am I a homewrecker? I decided to go say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. This seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyways and she finally notices me. You. Okay, this was maybe not the best idea. Hey. Having fun with your new best friend, Joseph? He's a great... I'm so glad. I'm happy for you two. Mary, I'm not. I'd never accuse you of anything uncouth, DGT. You're just having an innocent, very platonic time with my husband. A supportive friendship. You're a good friend, aren't you? Yep, just a friend. Or do I go with, I'm there when he needs me, Mary? Yeah, just a friend. That's funny. Joseph usually likes his friends to at least have a spine. We can't all be as blunt as you are, Mary. So, you're an expert on my marriage now? Doesn't take an expert to see that you two are miserable. I'm not trying to be an expert in your marriage. I'm sorry. I could tell that you're having a rough time, and I just want you to know that it doesn't have to be like this. I don't want any hard feelings between us, Mary. Mary pauses. It's all messed up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for us both. Mary pays her tab and strides right out of Jim and Kim's without looking back. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strange. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. I feel like this is where you cry. Sorry, there's like a level. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. I'm crying. Amanda, get out. Okay, okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow, what has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She shoves a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need to ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster level up and takes her still freezer burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Ow! My ears! I thought that was a shot. Gun. Nope, that was a door slam. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over, and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda hanging on my wall. In it, I'm teaching her how to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin. What? Can you come here for a second? There's a moment of silence. Yeah? I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I, feel I can't do anything about it. Dad, I just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me about it if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
no.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting has set by now. Ta-da! Dad! It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over and
Huh.
this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big old hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just. I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
Uh,
I guess I should start from the top. So, you know how Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R? The other one?
hmm.
I guess you're not technically wrong. It's good to have fallbacks like that one. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out that from Rosie M's that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night. They all told me that they were busy studying for the Calc AP final. Yikes.
Oh.
So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. Have a crush on Noah, and, that's the thing. What? Whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst.
Hmm.
Anyway, so the only person told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start the drama. So I just keep quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. Then one day, I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips, and I really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I stormed over there, and I'm like, hey. And Grace shoves a nacho on her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R just like glares at me. Grace. Grace. Nothing's coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the boring one? Well, yeah, but that's not the important part. Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to the shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I read another one to MR asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know it's a lot. You still following? I'll be honest. That's okay, you're trying. So what happens next? Ooh, okay, get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Meta pulls out her phone and reads word for word an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive.
Hmm.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's a really terrible friend, and she like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red, and then, wait, left me on red? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my messages and didn't reply. And I know because they're like red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how can you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything. I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad.
Hmm.
There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but
Oh.
Emma R's been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kinda mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected. I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help?
Oh.
Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not all friendships last forever. High school sucks. Real friends don't do that. Real friends don't do that. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. The other person isn't putting the effort in to show you how much they care. It's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think that this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing. If they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yes? Thank you. You're always welcome.
I love you too, Dad.
Love you, something, Amanda Pan or something. I love you too, Dad. Call someone if you're thinking about them. They probably want to hear from you.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Alright. Oh, Craig. Hey, dude, buddy, I have a favor to ask. Robert invited me over. Dude, Robert invited me over for dinner. And I know it's kind of a hard faux pas to invite another bro, but I've known the guy for years and I still can't get a good read on him. And I know it's gonna be super awkward if I go by myself. Will you please come with me? I love food. I especially love free food that's free. And I don't know why you're so sweaty over cooking, but sure. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Dude, thank you. Really hope that's a sweat of relief. Eat that dinner. If you're parking uphill, be sure to turn your tires toward the street. Doesn't sound too bad. I could definitely go for free food, but why is Craig being so apprehensive? Does he know something about Robert that I don't? I hurry up and reply before my dad brain can work itself into paranoia. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. Craig and I decided to meet up before heading over to Robert's place. Craig's waiting on my porch, bottle of white wine in hand. Dude, DJ Double T, boy, am I glad to see you. Likewise, man. Classy of you to bring wine. Oh, dude, it's not wine. It's sparkling apple cider. Dude, Robert literally has a wine cellar, so I think he's good. Wow. Or, dude, at least I think he has a wine cellar. I'm genuinely unsure if he was telling the truth or not. I can never tell with the dude. Thank God it's not just me. I never know. He's so deadpan about everything. I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We start walking over to Robert's house. Does Robert even know how to cook? I have sincere doubts about whether he even knows how to shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learn to cook after you learn those two first. Dude, one time I saw him grab a hot dog from a trash can. I mean, dude, it was at the very top of the trash can, like sitting above it all. But still, dude, if he were on trial, I think the jury dude would definitely define that as in the trash. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of the trash before. Dude, well, yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is that Robert actually did it. True, maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're holding ourselves back. We arrive at Robert's house and ring the doorbell, but the doorbell won't chime. Must be broken. Craig knocks on the door a few times. When does Robert have a dog? Dude, I don't know. That's weird. I can hear Robert just inside. 1 second. This is uncharted territory, GWT. What if he's the one making barking noises and there is no dog? Don't say that. We're not even inside yet. Finally, the door opens. Robert looks a little surprised to see me. DGWT. Didn't know you'd be tagging along.
I don't know.
Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. I can leave there's not... No, it's fine. Come in. Went to Robert's living room, which is surprisingly really nice. Super messy, but still nice. Make yourselves at home. We can still hear barking from the other room. Dude, I didn't know you had a dog, Robert. Oh yeah, that's Betsy. Have to put her up when guests are over. She'll calm down in a bit. What kind of dog is she? Pitbull. Rescued her from a dogfighting ring a few years back. She hates strangers. If I let her out right now, I would probably have to take you both to the ER. Craig and I make eye contact. He raises an eyebrow at me. Oh, okay. Anyways, dinner should be ready in a minute. Hope you guys like osabuco. Robert leaves the room, presumably to go to the kitchen. Craig leans in and whispers, Dude, was the dog fighting thing real or was he kidding? I don't know. What's Osobusco? Buko. I don't know. Did he make up that dude? Did he make up that word? Until I have Osobuco in front of me, we can only assume so. We sit in silence for a second, taking in Robert's living room. Are we about to get sawed? Nah, dude. Usually we wake up in those situations. We voluntarily walked into this one. Robert finally walks into the room carrying 3 paper plates of steaming food like a waiter. I don't have a dining table. Don't trust them. So we're eating here. Also, I don't have real people plates. I hope that's okay. Robert sets plates in front of us on the coffee table. I still can't tell what it is. It looks like meat, maybe lots of sauce. I can make out some vegetables. I think that might be rice, but it could also be pasta. Guess there's only one way to find out. Take a bite. Oh my god. Take another bite. The medley of flavors in this dish is amazing. The meat is so tender in the risotto. I think that's what it is. It's so creamy. Robert, this is really incredible. You cooked this? I fished it out of the dumpster behind a restaurant. Or at least I think it was a restaurant. Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gagged. I'm kidding. I look over at Craig, who looks wary but still has his mouth full. He gives Robert a thumbs up. Glad you like it. Dude, where did you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain for a hot second. Is he messing with us? I decided to play along. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hostels, wherever. Totally broke. Worked a couple of odd jobs wherever I could scrape together some cash. One night I'm eating dinner at a little restaurant just outside of Madrid. I go to pay and realize I spent the last of my money on booze the night before. I'm in the middle of ditching when the manager catches me and puts me in to work in the kitchen. Long story short, they ended up liking me so much they offered me a job. Why not, right? Started living with some distant relatives on my mom's side. Over the course of 2 years, I worked my way up from the busboy to sous chef. Learned a lot. Craig and I wait for the punchline, but what night watchman did he swindle to get back to the States? Who did he con in a game of poker in the back room of a speakeasy for safe passage in the crew headquarters of a cargo ship? Anyway, I still love to cook. I don't know what's real anymore, but this food's so good. I don't care. That's amazing. Dude, it really is, to be honest. I wasn't exactly expecting gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. I don't care about presentation. If the food is good, it should speak for itself. This osobuco is screaming for itself. And paper plates are just as good as regular plates if you double them up. Hey, is it bad if I ask for seconds? Help yourself, but save room for dessert. I made lemonberry savarin. Dude, well, aren't you just full of... Craig looks over at me. Surprises. Robert winks. You bet I am. You can come over for dinner anytime. Craig? Dude, I'm gonna get seconds. Me too. After consuming way more osobuco than my body could handle, and then really ensuring a later food coma with a generous serving of whatever savarin was, Craig and I decided to head out. Thanks for coming. I'm making an attempt to be more social. Well, we're always happy to stop by if you want company. Especially if there's osobuco involved. Alright,
Welcome. You've got dads.
that was a fun little side adventure. Anyways, that's enough. One little chapter of an episode as we slowly progress through this week by week. And well, thank you for those who come by to support, and I really appreciate it. And if you see this on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't want to see it not live, and you want to see it live, and you want to interact with me, feel free to come by to the Twitch. So, with that, DJWT out for now. Deuces.